Have you ever noticed that these SOC analyst jobs want like 100 different skills, whether it's SIEMs, MDRs, scripting, logs, clouds, what have you? It's like they expect you to be the elite hacker man of like all time. Well, spoiler alert, you don't need to know all these skills right away. Some of these skills are S tier absolute must-haves, and others are more like nice to haves but not deal breakers. And that's what we're sorting out today on the Cybersecurity Skills Tier List Defensive Edition. Welcome to Learn with Hack the Box, a unique YouTube series focused on fast-tracking your career in either offensive or defensive cybersecurity. This is actually our 16th episode in this series, so please consider liking and subscribing so you don't miss the upcoming episodes. So why does knowing the hierarchy of these skills so important? And the short answer is that all skills are just not created equal. Some of these skills will get you hired, promoted, and even respected in your space, whereas other skills are a little bit nicer down the road. So by the end of this video, you'll be able to determine which skills are important to learn today, whereas some can be safely left for later. So to kick things off, let's actually start in the middle with programming and scripting. Now, you don't really need to be a software engineer in our space. Honestly, there's a little bit of scripting with like PowerShell, Bash, or even Python will go a long way in automating some of these basic tasks. You'll look like a wizard amongst your peers. Automating alert enrichment, parsing logs, even just cleaning up messy CSV files. It saves you a lot of time and allows you to have a more fluid workflow. This skill set is going to be B tier, not only because, while yes, it is powerful, it's not really necessary in these entry-level positions. These are very much niceties, not necessities. Now we're going to jump straight to the top. Now, communication is S tier, no doubt. You can be the best analyst in a SOC, but if you cannot properly explain what happened to your manager in plain English, your impact is actually limited. The analysts that can break technical chaos into business language are going to be the ones that get promoted, trusted, and remembered. On the other hand, risk management and compliance is going to sit in our C tier. Now, don't get me wrong, these frameworks are important. We do need things like the NIST and the ISO, but no one's going to be quoting the ISO 27001 when ransomware is spreading through your environment. Now, these are important. It's just later on in management or in these governance roles. And if you're wanting something a little bit more interactive, you want to check out the 2025's Home CTF, Hack the Box's first Blue Team Capture the Flag event. From September 22nd to 26th, you and a team of up to 5 people will dive into the Sherlock-style challenges covering threat intelligence, SOC, DFIR, and malware analysis, all set in a mysteriously filled fictional city of Cogwork TAC 1. Everyone who participates in this event gets some sort of reward. There's over $10,000 in this prize pool, and it's just a great thing. Any team that gets over 200 points in this space actually earns a cool little certificate of attendance. It's a milestone event for Hack the Box, and it's a global community all coming together. More information in the link down below. Now let's spice things up a little bit with an A tier skill. Let's get into threat hunting. Now, this allows us defenders to go from a passive stance to a more proactive stance. We're actually going on the offense to go and look after some of these threats. Instead of waiting for the SIEM to beep at you, you're proactively digging through the logs and traffic for signs of compromise. Threat hunting is both fun, it's challenging, it allows us to go after these threat actors and pick up on the sneaky things that we hope that us defenders will miss. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to set creative problem solving in the D tier. Now, while it's more of a mindset than a technical skill, it still is important. It's just really hard to quantify this particular skill. Attackers are creative, so defenders have to be too. So whether it's pivoting between data sources or piecing together strange anomalies, thinking outside of the box could save the day. But you really can't certify this. You know, it's a valuable skill. It just doesn't hold any weight on a resume. Now, of course, we cannot forget about SIEM operations. Now, this is peak S tier skills. If you're trying to get into the security operations center, things like Splunk, Elastic, Sentinel, your SIEM is your radar. This is how you do your investigations, your remediations, your event logs. Everything is piped through this one pane of glass. And if you're trying to get into a SOC role, you need this skill like yesterday. Now, one way to structure your learning is to follow the SOC Analyst job role on Hack the Box Academy. This is for newcomers in information security who aspire to become professional security operations center analyst. This path covers core security monitoring and security analyst concepts and provides a deep understanding of the specialized tools, attack tactics, methodologies used by the adversary. Follow the link down below in the description for more details. Cloud security comes in at B tier. Now, while it is becoming more and more critical as the years go, it really depends depends on where you work, whether you're pivoting to AWS, Azure, Oracle, GCP, what have you. It depends what your environment looks like. And in this instance, you may not even deal with cloud security, or at least at day one. And so while it is important to understand these IAM principles and all these different assets of cloud logging, what have you, you just may never even use it. And that's kind of why we come in so low with this particular skill set. Digital forensics and incident response comfortably sit at A tier. This is detective work, memory dumps, disk forensics, timelines of attack activity. This is not everybody's day job, but if you can master this skill set, you become the defensive special forces of cybersecurity. Offensive mindset's actually going to be in the C tier. Now, while it's kind of a cool perspective to add to your day-to-day, if you don't have the fundamentals down, it's basically like trivia. You want to focus on defense first, things like the SIEMs, the logs, your threat hunts, what have you, and then on top of all of that, layer your attacker's perspective. Now, log analysis is another one of those A-tier skills. Now, the logs never lie, whether it's Windows event logs, sysmon, or just like the Linux auth attempts. This really tells the story. This is the kind of thing that separates the practitioners, the SOC analyst, from the enthusiast. You know, this is not a glamorous skill, this is just a necessary one. Now, here's some good news. You can actually practice all these skills we've discussed today in one place. Hack the Box Academy has a dedicated Security Operations Center's analyst learning path that walks you through the SIEM operations, log analysis, threat hunting, and more. And when you're ready to prove your abilities, go for the CDSA or the Certified Defense Security Analyst certification, also from Hack the Box. It's hands-on, practical, and designed to validate the skills that we've discussed today. Click the link down below for more details. Getting back into it, threat intelligence is going to be a B-tier skill. Consuming feeds, mapping TTPs to MITRE attack frameworks, pivoting off of indicators, it's super useful and all, but often this is a specialized role. That being said, when you're able to enrich your alerts with intel, it makes your team way more effective. Network traffic analysis takes the A tier. Now, if logs are the receipts, the packets are the CCTV footage of an incident. Tools like Wireshark and Zeek let you see the actual traffic and spot malicious activity. This is the skill that kind of makes you feel like you're catching the spy in the act. Now, lastly, we're going to round things out with our final S tier. This is incident handling and documentation. Now, it's one thing to go through and actually take care of an incident and, button things up, but it's another to keep things in a functional state. We want to actually verify that no one's in there. We need to make sure the whole incident is, front to back taken care of, as well as document the entire process. If we can go through and pass this through an audit or any sort of post-mortem, this really separates us as professionals from enthusiasts. Documentation is not the glamorous fun thing, but it's oh so essential. So there you have it, the Cybersecurity Skills Tier List of 2025 Defensive Edition. Now, if you think I messed up the order, if I put one of your favorite skills too low on the list, let me know in the comment section down below. Now, if you're looking to enhance your network analysis skills, you're gonna watch this video right here, where we discuss detecting network anomalies with Wireshark. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and have a good one.